Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one, we're talking about the NBA for Tuesday, January 28th. We got 4 picks in the video for you to consider. Stay tuned to hear all 4. If you want more picks, check out the Dynamo private Discord. You get more picks from me, plus a bunch of other cappers in here in their private channels. You can see some huge hits I've had on Underdog. Yesterday, I just posted a 3-pick Underdog and 3-pick Prize Picks. The Underdog one hit for a 6.6x. A few days ago, I posted and hit another 6x on Underdog. And we've had huge days overall in the channel. Like a couple days ago, went 11-4 in the NBA across the private channels from the cappers. And there's been some huge wins over here: 20 to win 200, $10 to win 400 with the combined picks from the cappers. Another look inside some cappers channels. Bossman here just posted his 2 favorite NFL picks. Those both hit. And then posted his 2 favorite NBA picks, and those hit as well. So definitely check it out. You saw on the screen you can use code NBA40. Get 40% off to get in here for really cheap. You guys saw the big wins, the streaks have been going on, some of the slips we've been hitting, and you get access to a bunch of private cappers channels all in one Discord. So click that link down below. You get that 40% off as well with the code, and we'll see you guys in the Discord. Now let's get into this one. Prize picks. First one we're going to go to is going to be Anthony Davis. He's coming off a huge game, and I like going right back to him. Points plus the rebounds here against Philadelphia, who's very undersized without Embiid and Drummond in there. Anthony Davis should absolutely feast, even on a back-to-back, which he's coming into. I still like this matchup. I think it's going to be closer because it is a back-to-back. And the Lakers, are playing teams like Charlotte in close games regardless, and that was without LaMelo Ball basically because he got injured in the first quarter. So I think it's going to be close. Anthony Davis going to be in line for another big one. I don't see anyone that can guard him, and he's been hitting this line pretty consistently this season. Looking at Anthony Davis on the year, this one opened at 40.5, already down to 39.5. He's hit it 59% of games this year, including 3 of his last 4, coming off a huge one, 42 and 23. Game before that, 36 and 13. Absolutely just been playing insane here. We've seen the minutes up. Really just plays limited minutes in blowouts, like when they blew out Boston. This one they blew out Toronto. So really, it's only when the Lakers are blowing teams out he's not going to play the big minutes, but something you could do on outliers. Only look at games where he's played a certain amount of minutes, so even if he plays in the 30s of minutes, it jumps up to a 63% hit rate. And then when you get to 32 plus, it's a 67% hit rate. So I think he's going to play big minutes, have another monster game. So I like going to that one for the first pick. The next one, I'm going to go to Eric Gordon, over on the points plus assists. Gordon is going to be playing a lot in this game. No Paul George, no Embiid, no Drummond, no Caleb Martin. I think KJ Martin is out as well in this one. So Eric Gordon should be playing in the 30s of minutes. And he's a professional scorer here and playmaker, especially with all those guys out. I think he's going to have the ball a ton, and he's going to produce in this one. Looking at Gordon on the season, obviously not going to be a high hit rate because he hasn't been playing big minutes all year. Only 24% of the time he's hit this, but you could see the large increase in minutes in the last 8 games here. So in 6 of the last 8, he's played over 28 minutes and really just hasn't played in some of these blowout games. So this one, when we're considering there's to not be a blowout, Philadelphia very limited in their players also. I think Eric Gordon's going to play at least 28. And you can see when he plays 21 or more minutes, he's hit this in 8 of 13 games this year. So should be playing close to 30 minutes, if not more, in this game. And I think in a good spot here. Should be hitting it. Last year, overall, this was a 47% hit rate. And then when he played 26 or more minutes, it was a 69% hit rate. So really liking this spot in line for Gordon. And then Prizepicks doesn't have any other games besides this one up as I'm recording this, so we got to go to another site. If you guys are just on Prizepicks, check out Underdog, Parlay Play, some of the other sites. They'll be linked down below. I have deals with them where you get the biggest welcome bonus possible, so check out the links down below for Underdog, Parlay Play, some other sites if you want to play on them. And they have higher payouts, like you saw, Underdog, Parlay Play. 3-pick is going to be like 6X's instead of Prizepicks at 5. And they're going to have more lines up like today. So we're going to go into this one. I'm going to go to Trey Young. I think a really tough matchup here against Houston. I'm going to go to the under on him at 24.5 points. Extremely tough matchup. And Trey Young dealing with an injury. Didn't play in the last game So if this one is somewhat of a blowout, I do think they're not going to push Trey Young into playing too many minutes here, considering he's banged up and they may not have a chance to win this one come the fourth quarter. So I just think too high of a line for Trey Young. And look at him this year. This one opened at 23.5, already up to 24.5. So we're getting discount by taking the under here, and then you could come down and you could see only 40% of games this year Trey Young has hit this. His last 3 games, he had 16, 18, and 13 as well. Houston, top 5 defense in the NBA, only allowing 108 points per game. So I think going to be a really tough matchup, tough spot, and especially coming back to this game after being out in the last one. So I like taking the under. All right, the next one, we're going to go to Steph Curry. I like him on the over. Same line here at 24.5. Coming up against Utah. Golden State has been so up or down and getting blown out in a lot of games. But this one against Utah, I think they're going to keep it closer, and Steph Curry's going to get loose because Utah does not have a very good defense, and Golden State just needs to win games. So even if they're winning by, 10 points, I do think Curry just stays in there, keeps pouring it on, and will have a big scoring game in this one at 24.5. I like this line. They don't have Kuminga, so Curry takes on even more of a scoring role. So you can see Curry coming up against Utah. They allow the 28th most points in the league. He's only hit this 41% of the time, but you can also see games without Kuminga. He's hit this in 6 of 12 this year. And you can also go back and look at last year. In 75 games last year, 63% of the time he went over this. And then looking this year also, if this one's not a blowout where he's going to play less than 30 minutes, it's going to be a much higher hit rate. So when he plays 33 or more minutes, he's hit this in 11 of 18 games. So that's what I'm expecting this one in a good matchup against Utah. I definitely like the spot for Curry in this one. And if you guys want more picks, check out the Dynamo private Discord. I'm just one private capper in here giving my picks. You can see my underdog slip I posted in here yesterday. Hit on a 6.6x, higher payouts than Prizepicks. And just a few days before that, hit another 3-pick slip on underdog over there for that 6x. Having some huge days as a whole in the private Discord, like 11 and 4 between the cappers just a few days ago in the NBA. Some guys hitting massive slips like $10 to win 400 using our picks and $20 to win 200. You can see cappers in their private channels posting just their favorite picks and hitting, like Bossman over here doing that in the past 2 days. So check it out. We got that 40% deal right now, NBA 40, as we get heavier into the NBA with the NFL season ending. So get over here, check it out, use that code because it's one of the best deals we've ever had for the private Discord. Access to 5+ cappers just posting their favorite picks. You guys saw the big hits, some of the big wins, access to the private channel. So we'll see you guys in there, and subscribe to the channel.